NANI?!
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Long time no see. Sorry that I haven't been posting lately. I've just been really busy with the business and stuff, but I'm here to bring you another video. Also, thank you to the people who have been subscribing, even though I haven't uploaded in like 2 weeks or something like that, but thank you so much. Anyway, on today's video, we are going to be doing some tuning. You see we got ECUFLASH open. Yeah, man. So let me talk to you guys for a little bit, okay? So as you all know, I have a Cobb, and the Cobb's cool. You know, it's awesome for what you need if you are not planning on tuning your car. But for me, I already have. Sorry for the noise. I already have HP Academy tuning courses, so I thought that I would be able to tune the Cobb tunes, but I can't because I think you need to pay an absorbent amount of money and also need to get approved in order to get the Access Port Manager like editing software, which no, I'm not going to do that. So what we are going to be doing is, let me explain why. So stage one ran all right with the car, but as you guys know, if you've been following the videos, I have a Cobb turbo inlet and also a parent intake with a full catback exhaust. So with that being said, when I wanted to go to stage 1 plus at idle, it'd be like running really rich. It would be max pulling out like 25%, maxing out the short term. And when I try to get on it, it would stumble like crazy until I got past that point where the MAF didn't know what to do. Basically, once it got past closed loop and went into open loop, that's when it was all right, because it just would it wouldn't care about what the MAF was saying, and then it would just load in all the boosts and then I'll dump a whole bunch of fuel. And even then it didn't feel fast because it was running way too rich. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to I'm going to buy a Tatrix 2.0 cable, and I'm going to get the software. So what you need in order to tune is you're going to need ECUFLASH, and you're also going to need ROM Raider Logger, which, oops, I actually had two of these open. See, this trackpad on this laptop is broken, as you can see. I repaired this laptop. It had a broken screen, it had a broken RAM, hard drive, and the battery. So all that's fixed now. But yeah, we got ROM Raider right here. So basically, right now, I've already been tuning the car. We're on the 9th revision, okay? Because I don't have a bunch of time to do it. So every single time I go for a drive, I'll try to do the tuning for it. So we're on the 9th revision. Pretty much the MAF is rescaled correctly. There's like a little bit of hiccups here and there at like 2,000 RPM that I'm trying to scale correctly. And now we are into turning up the boost. So right now I have two versions. So since I'm on the 9th revision, I have 3 different versions. I have the 9th revision, which just has the MAF edits. I have the 9th revision with some boost. So it's adding it's messing with the wastegate duty cycle, and it's also messing with the boost target a little bit, like maybe a little bit more than 16 pounds. And I have the super boost edits, which is what I'm about to upload into the car. It is going to be running it at basically what stage 1 was 19 PSI. I got the duty cycles like random. So basically this thing might pull really hard, and then it might overshoot it, and then it might be really bad at controlling it, which is why we're going to need to tune the wastegate duty cycle. I'm not going to show you what the numbers are on the laptop because I don't have a video recording software on this laptop. I have it on my desktop, so I'll upload the tune from here into there, and then I'll show you what the tune's looking like and what I need to do for it. But yeah, man. So we're gonna hook it all up. I'm gonna show you guys how to upload it. Oh, here, let me show you right now. So basically, when you got this, you get, boom, you get your ROM open, you get your file selected. This is 9th revision with super boost edits. You plug in, oops, that's my aux cable. Okay, here we go. So you plug in your USB for the Tactrix cable, and then you bring this over here. So one thing is, for anyone who wants to buy a Cobb, let me know. Cobb version 3. I already have it unmarried to the car. Because for any of you guys that plan on doing this, you cannot edit Cobb tunes. The ECU is locked. So you can't pull the tune, and you can't data log with ROM Raider. And you can't pull it with ECUFLASH either. So you need to unmarry your tune and then basically tune from the stock tune. And it kind of sucks because it's like the stock tune's only 14 PSI on Sport Sharp. And like, that's it. So it kind of sucks, but we're good. We got it all set up here. And yeah, so what you want to do is, what I like doing is, I'll turn the ignition on. Then I'll come over here and then you click on the red chip, write currently loaded ROM. You click OK, and then it's going to do its thing here. Exactly like if you were using the Cobb. It's going to do its thing. We wait for this to say all good. 1 second. There we go, all good. So before clicking OK, you turn this off. You click OK, and then you're done. So to log it, we're going to open up ROM Raider. I'm also going to be making a video on how to get ROM Raider to work if you are getting the Java error. I have the link for it. I will put it in the video description on how to get that working. But here we go. Now that we have that, we turn this on. And then I already have a profile set up. So once it connects, there it goes. It already has all these things on here. That's just the dash. This is what the data I'm actually logging. I'm logging AFR correction and learning, short-term, long-term. I got the what the current AFR is, boost error, close and open loop, temperature, engine load, engine speed, fine knock, feedback knock. I got the IAM, that's the DAM if you are in Cobb terms, ignition tool timing, total timing, the throttle sensor, manifold, absolute pressure and relative, mass airflow, the voltage, primary wastegate duty, target boost, and throttle opening angle. And that's basically, that's all for, so like the throttle opening angle and like that, I'm using virtual dyno to see how much horsepower the car has. So it's kind of weird. It makes sense. On the 3rd gear pull, I'm making like 260. But when I do the 4th gear pulls, I'm making like 223. So I'm gonna guess it, I am making 223. And so we got the boost up to 19 pounds. We're gonna see how well it is, if it's stable. If it's unstable, then, you know, we'll stop. We'll read the logs and see what happens. And I'm gonna need a couple more things here to log. I'm gonna need, where is it? Target boost. I'm gonna need turbo, dynamics, integral, and proportional. That's gonna help me with the wastegate tuning. And I'm also going to need required torque, or torque request. Oh my God, it's so hard to see here. Ah, here we go, requested torque. So I'm gonna double check that these are the only 3 that I need in order to do the wastegate tune. But I'll be back. I'll let you know if there's anything different. If not, we're gonna go straight into me turning it on, because it's basically an exhaust reveal too, because I haven't shown you guys what it sounds like yet. It sounds nice. Little overview. No cat, I mean, it's a high flow. Sorry about that. It's a high flow cat with a resonator, no mufflers. So that's what it is. And yeah, man, let me go ahead, bring you guys outside the car, and I'll show you how it sounds. All right, so hopefully that didn't break the camera, but there you go. That's what the car sounds like. Here we have the car logging currently. That's pretty small for you guys to see. Let's go to the dashboard. Here we go. Oh, it's not logging. We have it reading the data. Right now it's on cold start, even though this says 8. The coolant temperature is only 127, so it still is warming up. That's why it's like, so it's pulling out a lot of fuel. But yeah, we're gonna let this warm up a little bit, and then once we go on the freeway, we're gonna do just a little bit of driving just to warm up the headers and everything, so the boost is more linear. Because if you guys don't know, when the exhaust is cold, what the boost will make is different than when there's already heat in the manifold. Once there's heat in the manifold, the car is going to be making boost faster, and it might overpeak quicker. So right now, boost limit, I set it to 23 pounds, and what we're aiming for is 19 pounds. So luckily, I took some of the Cobb logs and put it in my Mega Log Viewer HD, because you have to have the HD version, because you can't use the Cobb Tune without it, which is stupid. But yeah, so with the Mega Log Viewer, I could see that it brings up the wastegate really hard at the beginning, and then like it tapers it. So for like 18 pounds, so I kind of just copied that the best I could, because I didn't record requested torque on my run, so I had to use that one, because that one was recording requested torque and wastegate duty cycle. So it looks pretty good. Once this warms up, we're gonna go. I'll set you guys up on the dash mount, and yeah, so let me stop rambling, let's get to it. Alrighty then, you guys, we got you set up on the dash mount. We're gonna head out. The car right now is at 171. I usually don't like to leave the car running, like idling cold for too long. I just think that allows too much piston slap to happen on these built motors. So what I like doing is, once it's got some heat in it, I'll just start to drive. I'll do a little, like, I'm not doing no crazy pulls. If you do slow driving, you shouldn't have any like rattling in the cylinder walls with the pistons. Because it will warm up just that much quicker. You know, it's the same thing that diesel guys do. Like people who have diesel engines, they do that. They'll like start it up, let it run for a little bit, and then they'll drive it in order to not have that happen. Because when you look at a broken down motor that's a diesel motor, people who sit there and idle to warm up, they usually have a lot more scoring on the walls than people who let some heat go into it and then they just start driving to heat it up even quicker. But yeah, so right now we're at like 185. So the coolant's up to temp. The oil's not up to temp though. I got, I got 540 in here, Motul 300V. I got like racing oil in here. So we're gonna give it a little bit to warm up. We're just gonna drive around the block. Let me know what you guys think about the exhaust. I like it. It's a little loud, so it's kind of like droney on freeway, like at 3,000 RPM when I'm trying to go like 70. But you know, it's not too bad on the lower end. I haven't gotten pulled over for it, luckily. But yeah, man, so far the car feels amazing with the additions that I've made. which makes me really happy because it's like I'm doing something right, you know. So we're gonna go ahead and right now we're back down to 180. I can see that my temperature. Okay, yeah. So my AFR corrections. You want to do when you're doing it on the street, you want to be in fourth gear. Fourth gear is the closest thing you can get to your 1-to-1 ratio with it still being able to without you going too fast and it not being a useless log. So that's what I do. When you're rescaling your math, you want to be at 2,000 RPMs, like I am right now in fourth gear, and you want to hold it. You want to hold it for a super long time while you're logging, and I'll show you why when we're back at the house. But it helps with once you use Mega Log Viewer, it helps show you the averages of how much fuel is being taken out or how much is being shot in, and it helps you scale the math to the amount, so it's properly scaled basically. So right now I can see that the car is still a little cold. You know, let's see. Let me hold it at 2,000. Right now we're at like negative, long terms negative 0.78, and short terms jumping around from 1 to 4. I'm coming up on a short term. Also, you don't want to do when you're doing a warm-up run like this, you don't want to do a quick rip because your transmission's still cold too. You'll blow a gear even though these are strong transmissions in the STI. So let's see, we're at 2. Yeah, see, right now we're basically hitting 0 because the short term and the long term, long term is negative 0.78 and the short term is jumping around from negative 0.78 to 1.586. So it's not too. It's scaled correctly right there. So another portion you want to do so another thing you want to do, if you haven't done a fuel stumble kit, aka you haven't you got a fuel pressure regulator and you haven't changed the vacuum source for that fuel pressure regulator, you are going to want to ignore everything from 24 up to like 30 to 3,200 RPM. Everything in that range is pretty much it's bad because it's. Hold on, let me double check that okay, yeah, we're pretty much right there. We're within 2% at idle with the AC off. Okay, so that's where the Subaru knows that there's a fuel stumbling issue, and instead of fixing it with lines, they compensated with the tune, which is literally called the compensation table. So what you're going to want to do is ignore that rev range, and you want to go at 2,000 and 4,000 RPM. So you'll hop on the freeway, do your 4,000 RPM in fourth gear, you hold it there, and then you log it. You go to the Mega Log Viewer, you see what it's doing, and you're basically fine. Now for these ramp runs, when you're doing full wide open throttle runs, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure I'll show you in Mega Log Viewer, you're going to want to make something that adds the it's a math problem basically where you divide the fuel. We got a cop up here. I'm making sure I'm going super slow real quick. He's just going down. I mean, there's no reason for me to go slow, you know. This is a completely stock car. But yeah, so you I'll show you what it is. It's an AFR error code. Equation, and with that it'll help you tune the open loop fueling for your ramp runs, because once you go into open loop, your closed loop total trim, that is where your short term or long term are added, that's not helpful because your math is no longer being used. It's just straight up like what the AFR is reading and that pull. Your computer is not making any changes for fueling in that open loop. It only makes the changes in the closed loop. So you're gonna need to fine tune the open loop portion. So it would really help out if you had like maybe an AEM wideband gauge, or if you had like because it's a lot more accurate than the Subaru one. The Subaru one only goes down to 11.1 AFR. After that, it can't read anything below that to 10 or whatever, and when you look at the log, it's just a straight line. So that's what you see with that. We got the log started. We got a ramp run. It actually felt pretty good. It didn't feel like it was like really surgy. Maybe at the beginning, it felt like it didn't have enough boost, enough wastegate duty cycle. But yeah, no, that felt great. I have no idea. Well, actually, let me see. So it looks like, yeah, we were hitting our target, or we weren't hitting. Our target was 18 pounds of boost like I wanted, so that's cool. Yeah, I brought it down, I remember now. I didn't put it at 19, I put it at 18. And it felt pretty good, man. It felt pretty good. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna pull over. Or actually, you know what? I should just keep driving. We're gonna turn right. That was pretty good. I mean, the for the dyno, it's not gonna be that good because when we did a little bit of a bounce, and that bounce is what kind of fucked us. Because yeah, with that bounce, the virtual dyno is gonna think that we accelerated really fast, but we didn't. But I think when we bounced, it wasn't at maximum horsepower, I think. So it was definitely a maximum torque, though. Okay, so let's go ahead and start our log for the 4th gear, 2,000 RPM. We got a nice long road right here, so this is gonna be perfect. NANI? Damn. Well, it is almost the end of the month, I guess, so everyone's out in full force. Holy shit. I'm not feeling comfortable with that. All right. We're cruising right now. We're only going to be at we're only going to be at 2,000 RPM anyway. So, here we go. We got a nice long road right here. Okay, here we go. Now we're just gonna hold it at 3,000. We gotta wait for the car to regulate now. We're at like 50 miles per hour. Oh, we're golden. Yeah, it's like negative 1.56, and long term and short term is like 0 to like 0.78. So now let's go ahead and increase the RPM. That wasn't for that long, but seeing that be that steady, I'm confident it's fine. So now we're at about 36 to 38. We're gonna hold it there for a bit until the short term chills out. We might be running a little rich, or we're running a little lean, and it's trying to put in fuel. Oh yeah, that one's not looking good. Yeah, we gotta get over here to the middle lane to go a little bit faster. right below 4,000. Oh yeah, right below 4,000, we're good. We're like zero pretty much. So let me see how it is when we go to like 38. 38 is probably where I gotta fix the tune a little bit. Yeah, we're golden right there. All right, yeah, this thing's like requesting like 4,000, so, or it's requesting like 4% more of fuel. So my guess is that there's something wrong with the compensation table. Either that, or because the range, where's the math voltage or grams? Yeah, like right now with the voltage, we're at like 2.5. Actually, no, this actually might be where I do actually need to tune it, because because that's already really high on my math scaling. We'll see. I think I actually need to go ahead and fix this portion on the load compensation table. That's my guess. Yeah, right now I'm steady at like 3,200. Oh yeah, and it's super lean. It's asking for a lot of fuel. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna pull over here. We're gonna head back to the house. I'm gonna do one more ramp run. Hopefully it's a little bit more cleaner over here. And then once I do that ramp run, let me stop. Or actually, I'm gonna keep logging until I get to the turn signal right here, to the light, so that way I can see how the car is at idle. I'm gonna turn off the AC. Let's see where you are at. It's at still -3, huh? That's weird. Then again, I did kind of tune the whole table with the AC on, so it is what it is. I'll pull out like 2% more from the idle math voltage. But yeah, so you want to make sure that when you do your ramp run, you do a little bit, like you start off at like 2,800, 2,500 RPM, and you want to make sure you're holding that for a good minute, and then you start your ramp run. And then when you do your ramp run, when you let go of the gas, you want to like coast for a little bit, and then you want to turn off the log, so that way you have a good curve of the tune. All right, we're gonna be in our third gear. Now we're in our fourth gear, really low RPM. We're starting our log. I'm holding it steady at 2,000. I'm waiting for the cars in front of me to get some more space. And then we hit it. That was good. That was really good. We got nice steady boost. Well, so the boost, it came up really slow, and that's because of the probably like the wastegate target, and also the wastegate, or so the target boost and also the wastegate table was probably not set up correctly for it to make the maximum amount of boost in that RPM, because I didn't really feel it hit until like 45. It was like making like probably like I'd say like maybe like 14 or like 16 psi at like that 3K, and then when I hit 4K is when I really got that like 18 and I was climbing. So that's cool. We're good with that. we know our 4,000 RPM is great. We know our 2,000 RPM is great. We just got to fix the idle. We got to fix the 3,000, and then we'll take a look at that in the Mega Log Viewer. We'll also look at that ramp run, and I'll show you all the equations and stuff you need on there. So yeah, let's go ahead. I'll meet you guys at home. Alrighty then, you guys. Hello, welcome to the streaming setup. This is where I usually stream games on my other channel, but we're not getting into that right now. We're getting into the tune. All right, so for today, we're going to be looking at the tunes we just ran. Let's go ahead and open that up. I just sent these to myself. So we're going to look at the very last one that we did. Okay, so this was, I was driving, and then, yeah, so then here we'll look at the idle run, because this is where I turned off the AC and we were running the idle. So what you want to do first is, if you're going to be tuning your, you're going to be scaling your math, this is what you're going to want to have. Make sure that you are recording. You want your RPM. I do throttle opening angle. You could also do your throttle pedal voltage. I just do this so I know when I was wide open throttle for like open loop tuning. You're gonna want your engine load, your manifold relative pressure, as well as your manifold pressure, absolute pressure. You're gonna want your airflow sensor voltage. And on our third graph, we have our IAM. That's our knock level. We got our feedback knock and our fine knock learning control. We got on graph 4, we got our closed loop, open loop. We got our final fueling base, and we got our air fuel sensor 1. This is our AFR sensor that's stock in the car. And we have these two right here. So total trim is a formula that you're going to need to add in your calculated fields and right here in custom fields. So right here we have total trim, and the formula is air. So here, look, when we click edit, you want to hit control space after you put in the name, and then you're going to select from the list air fuel correction 1, and then you're going to put plus, and then you're going to hit control space again and do air fuel learning 1. And then once you do that, it's going to ask you to click OK. You just click OK through it all, and then you are good right there. You have your total trim. So now that's going to show you what your short term and your long term is added together, and what your in that math. So we're going to use that to tune the closed loop portion. That's going to help us get that math scaling pretty close. And we got our AFR error for Subaru, because Subaru does it a little different. So for this one, you're going to need you're going to want to do parentheses, hit control shift, air fuel sensor 1. You would replace this if you hooked up a wideband aftermarket gauge, which you can. I don't have one, so I can't show you how to set that up, but there are videos out there that can do it. I might make one in the future, but if you need it right now, go look it up. So you put your air fuel sensor right here. You divide that, so slash the final fueling base. So that's like what the AFR is supposed to be. You do parentheses after that, -1, parentheses, and then you multiply that by 100. This gives it into a percentage value. Okay, so then here we go. So as we can see here by our white line and up here in the top right, it's in closed loop, so we don't have to look at our error, our Subaru error. So you can see it right here. It looks, like what is there? It's kind of hard to look at, right? So what you do is you go to your histograph top table generator. You do RPM, and then you do mass airflow voltage, and then you want to do your total trim, and then you want to change this to 2. And we'll increase this to 21, and we'll leave that at 16. Let me actually double check. And then you want to do auto generate from high at the top. There we go. That's what it was. So here we go. So as you can see, we have this set to wherever it is the longest amount of time, it is going to be the darkest color. So for example, right here, where we let it idle for a while, it's got 1,927 hit counts, and that means that's why it's super dark green. All these other ones means it hit it for a second. There isn't that much data collected on that, so we really don't even need to worry about that. So here we are at idle, and at idle we're about 1%. So that's pretty good. And also make sure that when you're tuning your vehicle, that you do a very like you do it after your car's already warmed up and like a little bit heat soaked. Not like super heat soaked, you let it idle. You just did like 4 pulls back to back, and then like that kind of heat soak. Like you do a pull, like you warm up your car, you drive it around, get everything nice and warm. You do a pull, you drive it around, and then you do another pull, and then you could do like these street tunes here. So then you can do these lower closed loop tuning for the math scaling here. So honestly, this is pretty good. I might not even change this. You want to be within like 2%. So I mean, if I really wanted to be nitpicky about it, like right here, what is this? If you look here, this is like 1.3. And when it was at this, yeah, see, look, like all this right here, this is where it was just chilling the whole time. Sorry that it's flashing. Sometimes it does that, and sometimes it, yeah, see, look, like it's not doing it anymore. And now it is. But yeah, so it's just bounced between 1.35 and this. That's good, honestly. If you really want to be nitpicky, you could take out 1%. You know, I might actually take out 1%. I'll show you that on the laptop. I don't have ECUFLASH installed on here, and I don't have a ROM file on this one, so I'm gonna have to show you with the camera, but that's fine. You know, seems like the camera can pick it up pretty well. Oh no, I forgot to take the battery down for that camera. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, like I was saying, this is honestly very good. I might just take out 1%. That's fine. Up here, we got a 444 hit count, so we really weren't there that much. To go back to the log viewer, you can see right here, like right here, we are just like all over the place with the RPM. You know, we're not really that smooth with it. I mean, we kind of are, we kind of aren't. The throttle isn't really moving crazy. So, and then look, the total trim is just going absolutely insane right here. I mean, it kind of makes sense though, because I'll show you a different graph. I think at this portion, I am going to have to add some. I'm going to have to add some to the math at this range. It's a little weird because I never had this problem before in this RPM range. And I would expect it to be in like the 2600 area, but honestly, that's fine. I'm not even doing anything crazy there. So let's go ahead and we're going to open up another log. I think this is our wide open run. So here, I'll show you how to do the close loop. Yeah, we'll save those changes. Yes, this is our wide open run. Okay, cool. So you said, as you can see right here, I kept it as steady around like the 2000 RPM. And then right here where I went wide open throttle, boom, we're hitting it, we're hitting it, we're hitting it. And then after I hit red line, I let go, and then I just idle down, and then I stop the log. So that's what you want to do when you do your ramp run. It gives you really nice and clean virtual dyno graph. Because if the RPMs jumped, the virtual dyno is going to think you hit like VTEC or something. So we can see that sorry, you have to click on the page for it to work. you can see that our final fueling is just about it. So in the tune, I'll show you right now on the ECUFLASH, in the tune, on the target boost maps, or on the target AFR map, I had all the high-end boost stuff set at 11.6. So because stock, even in the higher RPMs, the Subaru is calling for like 9 AFR. It doesn't need to be like that. You're losing power. You're wasting gas. So right here, you can see we are at 11.6, and then it jumps up to 11.3, and it's almost there. So we just need to take out about, let's see, what did it say? And as you can see here, we got what? We have a 6% difference here. Oh, no, wait, no, we don't. We have a, there we go. We have a 18% difference here once we're in open loop. So if we want to, let's see where that is. Okay, so right here at where's the voltage? Math voltage. Here we go. So at 4.1 volts, it's requesting, you know, it is requesting like 20 more AFR, or it's requesting 20 more. So what we could end up doing is we could add, this is the average too for it. So like you wouldn't go based off of that 20 number, you'd go based off of this. Because look, right down here it says 18, you want to go based off of this. This is the average. So we can add about, we'll add like 6 to this area right here from 4.06 to 4.2. We can add, or you know what, we'll add, because look, if we, once we run, it could just be like, since we started that RPM, or we started the full ramp run, it kind of is funky with the fueling. Yeah, see, look, because it goes straight to -2. I don't know why it's tweaking. Never does this on the laptop. So yeah, we could honestly take out 2% all the way. So we could take out 2% from 4.2 all the way up to 4.48. Then we can take out 2%. And I think that's what I might do. So let me get the laptop and I'll show you what I mean. Actually, before we get to the laptop, I'm going to show you guys the other logs here. So like the one before the ramp run. This is just a trash one, honestly. I should just delete this one. Here we go. We'll get on this one. Here we go. So this is the one we're at like 4,000 RPM. So like I said before, you want to go here and then you want to go to your total trim because we're not doing open loop. So here we go. As you can see, we're right on the money right there at the 2,000 RPM. We're chilling. 2,000 RPM, we're good. Now the weird thing is at idle, it's it's pretty high. On the other one we saw it was like 1%. So I'll take out 1% all the way up to 0.39, 1.39. So we'll take out 1%, see how it reacts. I don't know if I had AC on or not right here. I don't think I did. I tried to turn it off when we went to idle. But when we get to, what RPM is this? 3,600 right here? Is this closed loop or open loop? This is closed loop. Cool. So when we're here at 39, we're, it's asking for a lot here. What is going on here? All right, anyway, as you can see, it's just it's asking for more here at this 39.49, which is odd, you know. So here it's asking for 4. We hit this 600 times, and then if we open up another log here, I think it was this, what are we on? We're on 29. Let's try this 15. What oh, this was the other one where we did like a little ramp run. What's this one's 3%. So you can see like it really matters that you have the car warmed up, because this was when it wasn't that warmed up yet. So if we go here to the histograph, oh, did I not do a 3000? No, I didn't. Huh. So it's only this one and then the other one. Yeah, see, like right here, how many times did we hit this? 400. I'm going to trust the other one since we hit the other one 600. So we'll go to the 29. Yeah. No, wait, did we hit the 600 on this one? No. All right, it was the other one. My bad, you guys. 29. Thought it was this 29 one. We were on the 15. Or not? What the fuck? Okay, yeah, it was here. I'm tripping. This is the one where we hit it the most. Right. Okay, so like here, we hit this one 450, 260. This one we hit 600, so I'd rather trust this one. So I'd say from, look, even like right here, it's asking for some. This one was only hit 84 times though. So we'll add 4. Now we're gonna add 3% to you know what, we'll hit 2% from 2.1 all the way to 2.4. Okay, so let me go ahead on the laptop and we'll do all the changes that I've just talked about. Alrighty then, you guys, so here we are at the laptop. So right now we are on the 2445 log here. So this was 2445. Yeah, you can see all the logs that I've done. So this is the newest one. Yep, so that is the newest one. So we're gonna look at our total trim. We're gonna take out 1% here, all the way up to, yeah, we're gonna take out 1% all the way up to 1.4. So if we come over here to our ECUFLASH, and then we come down to mass airflow load, and then we click on the mass airflow scaling. Here you go, you see this. You can hit Alt G, I think, or you can come up here and then click the view graph. This is the graph. You want it to be smooth. You really don't want it to be abruptly sharp. You can see like some of these areas here, they're not that smooth yet. So there's still some tuning to be done. But yeah, like I was saying, so we're gonna do all the way up to 1.43. Oops. Sorry guys, this trackpad's kind of broken. So we'll go up to 1.41 volts right here on the mass airflow. And then we're going to take out, what was it, 1%? Yeah, we're going to take out 1%. So what you do is you hit the multiplication symbol, and you want to, what you want to do is you want to, hold on one second. Sorry about that, you guys. I thought the camera was flipped around. So what you want to do is you want to multiply this by 99. So that's going to take out the 1%. I like putting a 0 just in case it gets picky like that. And then there we go. So I got 1%. Doesn't look anything crazy, right? So then now when we come over here back to our thing, we were seeing here, except we were seeing it up here with the other tune, that we need to add 4% in this area, into this 3400 area. So let's go ahead, and the file that we're looking at is the 29 file right here. Do I feel like I am, oh no, I deleted the other one, that's why. That is why it looks weird. Okay, so we go over here, boom, boom, we got our total trim, yes, like we were seeing right here. So we hit this one, 600, 900. Yeah, so we're gonna add, I think about, let's split the difference. We're gonna add 5. We're gonna add 5 from 2.3 all the way up to about 2.4. Yeah, so we're gonna add 5 all the way from 2.1 to 2.4. Cool, so we'll go over here to 2.14, 2.1, all the way up to, what was it? Oh my god, I'm a forgetful goldfish, you guys. 2.48. Cool. So we'll go here, and then we'll go to 2.42. Actually, what is the 5.4 looking like? 5.4. It is also kind of looking like that. 90. But this one's hit more. So let's actually increase this table to 16. Resize this. There we go. So we saw that it was like 4 here, 8 here, 10 here. Actually, you really don't want to make it too big, I guess. So we'll do 11 here, and then we'll do like 20 here. Right, so then we want to add up from how many hits was this? 300. How many hits was this? 400. So we are going to add, let's add 3. We're going to add 3% from 2.1 to 2.4. So 2.11 all the way up to 2.42. And we're going to add 4%. So what you want to do for that is you want to do 1.04. That's just adding 4 because you're multiplying 1 into 4, which is 4, and then you just do the 4% on top of that. So then, boom, there you go. So you can see our graph moved a little bit. If I hit Control Z, hold on, let me make sure you can see that. Control Z, this little portion right here moved. So there we go. That portion has changed. Okay, cool. So we added that from 2.1 all the way up to 2.4. So there's that end, and then let's go over here to the ramp run here. 1 second. Okay, so I'm looking on the computer right now. All right, so we want to add we want to take out 2%. Or here, I guess I'll just do it on this one for you guys, since I'm not recording the other one. Sorry if the video seems really rambly. I'm not a good teacher, man. So don't forget, you got to go to your error over here. AFR error. Boom, here we go. So on this one, it looks a little different than it did on my computer, but we want to take out, let's take out 2%. We're going to take out 2% from 4.1 all the way up to whatever it is. So 4.1 right here, 4.18, all the way up to there. We're going to hit our multiplication symbol, and then we're going to do 2%. So we're going to do 0.98, and then that's going to bring that down. There we go. So the graph is starting to look a little smoother now. There's still a little high spot here and a little high spot there. You know, that's just the given. We're going to see how the car reacts. I'm probably going to need to do some more tuning in this area. So that's going to probably be that 3,000 RPM area. But yeah, so that's that. We'll save this one as our 10th revision. 10th revision. I need to get a new I key. The I is gone on this, and it's such a pain to hit the little fucking little nib right there. But all right, cool. So I hope you guys learned something from this. I'm probably going to make another video about okay. All right. So I hope you guys learned something from this. When you go upload this to the car, drive it. Make sure you drive it at 2,000 RPM, and then you drive it at that 4,000 RPM. And if you have the fuel pressure regulator mod, do it at that 3,000 RPM. See how it goes. Then do a ramp run from like 2200 in fourth gear all the way up to red line, and see how everything is from your first iteration to the second, and then, you know, keep going from there. So like if you have the exact same kit for mine, you might be able to use my numbers. I don't know. That's only if you're like in, like, you're at atmosphere and it's a US car. Other than that, I know that Japanese ones are different. Like when I saw on HP Academy, their JDM STI stock went to 19 pounds. So, you know, mine stock went only up to 14 pounds in the table. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I will make another video about the wastegate control. That's going to be the next one. So yeah, stick around for that. Have a good one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, leave a comment. And yeah, man, I appreciate all you guys who stuck through to the end, and all you guys who subscribed while I haven't been posting. You guys are the real ones. Also, I'm going to let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do how to get your dealer license in California. You know, I'm in the process of doing it. I'm just waiting for me to get the license now. So we're almost there. And then let me know also if you guys want me to do repair videos on just everyday cars, because I'm going to be buying cars, fixing them, and then selling them. So let me know if you guys want to see that. Anyway, let me stop rambling. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.